Are you constantly eating past the point of fullness, leaving the table feeling stuffed and uncomfortable? In this video, I'm sharing 4 practical tips to help you stop eating when you're comfortably full but not overfull. I'm Lara and I help high-achieving women break the binge cycle so that they can feel calm around food and confident in their bodies. Stick around and subscribe for regular videos to help you feel in charge around food without having to rely on willpower or strict diets. I know this stuff works because I've now helped over 200 women heal their relationship with food. Women who used to feel totally out of control, not trust themselves, and constantly eat past that point of fullness. And I've been there too, because I am a recovered binge eater who struggled with overeating and disordered eating for years. So if you're overeating and leaving the table feeling stuffed, what can you do to actually change this? So number 1 is to make sure that you are well nourished. If you're anything like me, you probably have done a lot of diets and healthy eating plans. And most of those require restricting what you eat. Maybe you are genuinely trying to cut down to stop you overeating. Let me know in the comments if that resonates. The thing is, often in these diets and healthy eating plans, it encourages you to restrict your food so much that you end up undereating. And then what happens is your body actually drives you to overeat later. It's your biology kicking in. It's not about a lack of willpower or a lack of discipline. It's that your body is literally hungry. So that when you sit down for your next meal and you are overly hungry, your body goes into that just feed me everything mode. So you end up eating past the point of fullness because your body can't really trust you that there's going to be food coming later. So the solution isn't eating less. It's actually making sure that you are properly nourished throughout the day. The second tip is to make sure you're eating that magic combination of protein plus fibre. Now, actually, most people in the UK and indeed other Western countries aren't getting enough fibre in their diet. The daily recommended amount is 30 grams, and most of us don't even reach half that amount. Fibre actually helps you feel full and it slows down your digestion so that you feel full for longer. And protein is fabulous as well because it gives you that feeling of satisfaction, that satiety factor. It turns off that constant desire for more food and actually helps regulate your appetite. So together, the protein and the fibre, that helps keep your blood sugar levels stable. And that's a really positive thing because when our blood sugar levels crash, that's when you get those cravings and the urge to binge or overeat. Now, great protein sources, think meat, but also eggs, Greek yogurt, tofu, fish, beans, lentils, cottage cheese, and great sources of fibre, obviously all fruits and vegetables. But again, also beans and lentils, oats, chia seeds, and nuts. The third tip is to make sure that you chew well. Now, that might seem a little bit silly, but it makes a huge difference. You'd be surprised at how many people actually don't really chew their food very much. And when I ask my clients this question, so many of them admit to me that they're actually only chewing about 5 times per mouthful. What that means is that we finish eating before our stomach has actually registered that fullness. So the best thing you can do is aim for at least 20 chews per mouthful, and obviously that depends on what it is you're eating. When you chew well, that slows you down. You're able to eat a little bit more mindfully. It's going to improve your digestion. It means the rest of your gut isn't going to have to work so hard to digest your food because digestion starts in the mouth, and it gives your body time to notice that fullness start to emerge. And obviously it doesn't need to be 20 chews every single time. Just make sure that you are slowing down and chewing more than you're currently doing if you're only doing about 5 or so, which is what a lot of my clients are saying. Number 4 is to listen to the whispers of fullness. If you've become really used to restricting and then overeating, like I was, there's a good chance that you've learned how to ignore both hunger and fullness. So what you want to do is start to learn what fullness feels like to you, because it's different for different people. So take a moment now and ask yourself, what does overfullness feel like? Maybe jot some things down on a piece of paper. So maybe you feel quite uncomfortable, your belly feels stretched, maybe you feel a bit sick, full of regret, a little bit of shame, a little bit of guilt, thoughts on how to compensate for that. Write that all down. Now I want you to think of what comfortable fullness feels like. That sense of satiety. Maybe your belly feels full but not stretched. Maybe it's a nice comfortable feeling, satisfied. Your hunger is gone. Maybe you feel relaxed and neutral, ready to get on with your day. Maybe a little bit energized, nourished, peaceful. So again, write those down. Now, a top tip for really tuning in is something called conscious awareness eating, something that I teach my clients. And this is about checking in with where you're at 3 points during the meal. Now, obviously, probably not going to be able to do this at every meal, but where you can, what I would recommend you do at the beginning, before you actually start eating, tune in with that sense of hunger. Like, how hungry are you feeling? Where do you notice the hunger? What does it feel like? And then about halfway or 3/4 of the way through your meal, I want you to pause again and then ask yourself, am I still hungry? Am I starting to feel fullness emerge? What does that feel like? Am I still enjoying my meal? Do I still want to keep eating? And then at the very end, you're asking yourself, how do I feel now? So that's really helping you check in with those sensations of fullness. Are you feeling that comfortable level of fullness? What does that feel like? What's your energy like? Are you feeling more energized? And so on. So the more you can tune in with that sensation of fullness, the better able you will be to stop at that point of comfortable fullness, rather than getting to overfullness and that uncomfortable feeling. I really hope that you found those tips helpful. Let me know in the comments if you're going to try out one of the tips. Now, I have a free guide for binge-free living. If that sounds like something you'd like to grab, then you can check out the links below. Or if you are interested in working with me, then you can just DM me on Instagram with the word balance. Otherwise, I hope you found this video useful. If you did, be sure to subscribe, give me a like, drop me a comment if you've got any questions, and I will be sure to get back to you as soon as possible. Otherwise, feel free to check out some other videos now. Have a fabulous day. Bye.